At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
Today.
Baird pleaded guilty to the pending charge, with presiding Judge Trish Byers suspending a 7-year prison sentence and placing Baird on community supervision for 10 years. And staying in the 97th, a former pastor facing allegations of child grooming has his bond conditions modified by a judge as he continues to await trial. Nathan Roach, who served as youth pastor, then senior pastor of a church in Holiday, was indicted on a charge of child grooming stemming from an alleged ongoing relationship with a teenage girl in his congregation. Back in October, Roach's attorney filed a motion to modify the conditions of his bond, allowing him supervised visitation with his children and younger brother, all of whom are minors. They were all forbidden from being contacted by Roach under the set of his bond. Now, that motion was heard yesterday with Judge Byers granting the request. Roach will now be required to have a competent adult over the age of 25 supervise the visits. And now following up on a story that we reported on recently about the former accountant of Pickers Universe being indicted less than a month ago for embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars from the business. Well, before she could even be arraigned on that charge, it's been resolved after she instead pleaded guilty. Cassie Cunningham was indicted on November 5th for theft over $150,000, but less than $300,000. Now, she was set to be arraigned on November 21st, but instead pleaded guilty to the pending charge, resolving the case in a matter of weeks. 89th District Court Judge Dobie Kossab placed Cunningham on a 10-year deferred probation sentence, ordering her to pay the $200,000 in restitution to Pickers Universe in the form of monthly payments of $2,000, as well as to serve 240 hours of community service. And finally, on Friday, Kaylee Lunn, a former Wichita Falls banking vice president, is set to plead guilty to a federal wire fraud charge. Now, she's facing up to 20 years in federal prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines, but the details of Lunn's punishment won't be set until her hearing, which is going to happen on 8:30 in the morning on Friday at the Eldon B. Mann United States Courthouse in Fort Worth. Now, I'll be heading down to that federal courthouse on Friday, so keep an eye out on our Facebook page and on KFDX 3 News at noon for the very latest on Friday. And there's also a handful of plea hearings later in this week in Wichita County, as well as jury trials setting underway next week. So make sure that you're following us for the latest updates from Texoma courtrooms, both on air and over on our website, TexomaShomepage.com.
All right, we'll be looking forward to those updates in the coming days and weeks. Josh, thank you so much for that update tonight. Well, the city of Wichita Falls is officially honoring the late Reverend Angus Thompson by naming Borton Street after him. This change will not affect those living on Borton Street. The city recognized the process of changing addresses, utilities, and more. So instead of an official name change, a special sign will be made for Thompson. Multiple people from Thompson's congregation showed up in support. The sign will be installed along Borton Street in the next 60 to 90 days.
All right, now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling for a look outside. And Michael, is a little cooler tonight, but probably won't last too long in the immediate future, right?
Yeah, we are going to be a little bit warmer again tomorrow afternoon than we were yesterday. You look at the satellite radar here. We have generally clear skies across the area. Temperatures outside are looking a little bit chilly, 40 degrees right now in Wichita Falls. We're actually a little bit warmer than we were this time last hour. So it's actually warmed up a little bit here in the last hour. We will eventually get down to the mid-30s overnight tonight, but overall still staying above freezing. We are 9 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, so a little bit of a warm-up. It's going to be a little bit warmer again for tomorrow, but a cold front is moving through. With that front is a chance for a little wintry mix. I'll talk all about that coming up here in a few minutes, Carney.
All right, we'll see you then, Michael. Thanks so much. Well, you have the chance to help some kiddos have a very Merry Christmas this holiday season. It's all part of Booker T. Washington Elementary's principal, Sinquist Lewis's effort to make sure that each and every student has a gift to open up this Christmas. Right now, they're accepting donations of small gifts for each student that cost no more than $20. Lewis is asking that no one donate larger or more expensive items like iPads, bikes, video games, or clothing. If you'd like more information on how to donate and where you can drop off your gifts, just click inside this story over on TexomasHomepage.com.
Don't go anywhere. Michael is coming up next, but look at his full forecast.
And the process to grow Texas's medical marijuana program continues. Find out how that's happening a little later in the newscast.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot?
Helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Achieving my goals as an adult was challenging without a high school diploma. With the help of an adult education center, I finished my high school diploma and it changed my life.
This yearbook is a testament to your accomplishments and how they have impacted all of us.
Getting my high school diploma made me feel like I can do anything. Now I can help the kids in my community achieve their dreams.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
U.S.
Hello, my name's Cody Melton, Wichita Falls Fire Chief, and I'd like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays from the Wichita Falls Fire Department.
Holiday greetings on KFDX are brought to you by Vitro Architectural Glass. Now from KFDX 3, Texoma's Weather Authority, with Chief Meteorologist Michael Bowling.
It was a warmer day today in comparison to yesterday, but definitely a colder night.
Yeah, well, not
colder, but colder compared to earlier today.
Well, it usually does get colder as the sun sets.
Yes, but it felt significant. It was noticeable.
Yes, it has gone chillier outside.
You feel so great about yourself, Michael.
Taking a look outside the Seaboard Tower Camp, current temperature is 40 degrees. Got a southeast wind there, 14 miles per hour, makes us feel more like 32. Today's high was 55 degrees, so it went down as 4 degrees below our average of 59. Our low this morning was 22, the coldest so far this season, 10 degrees below freezing and 13 degrees below our average of 35. Looking at the temperatures here overnight tonight, overall our temperatures are going to stay above freezing here through the overnight hours. Wind chills maybe just drop a degree or two below at times. Tomorrow afternoon we're high 50s to low 60s, some mid 50s hanging around in the early afternoon hours. By mid-afternoon though, we do have a cold front that's making its way through portions of Texoma, through really all of Texoma by late afternoon, and we're going to get colder here as we go into tomorrow night again by 8 o'clock, seeing those wind chills mostly drop down into the 30s. As we go into Thursday morning, see those wind chills drop down mostly into the 20s, and air temperature is going to be very important when we start talking about the precipitation chances here in a second for Thursday morning. And as we go into the afternoon hours, looking at mostly 30s for those wind chills, and temperatures only get up to about 40 degrees that afternoon. But after Thursday, we're back up into the 50s and 60s here as we go into the weekend. Going into our second week of December next week, we're going to be back up into the mid-60s. So above average temperatures really fill up most of the forecast after we get through this next cold front that really cools us back off for Thursday. Satellite radar across the area is pretty clear here at the moment. Not going to change too much here overnight tonight. We're going to keep clear skies. Cloud cover will start to increase some by mid to late afternoon tomorrow, but we're not going to see a lot of cloud cover until we go into tomorrow night. That's also when we get this little band of precipitation that we've been talking about that comes through in the very early morning hours on Thursday, showing 3:30. Likely when this band of precipitation rolls in, we'll be above freezing. But as we go throughout the morning, going into the hours closer to daybreak, we start to see our temperatures dip down below freezing. So the areas that have the precipitation in the pink and blue areas will likely see that shift to more of a wintry mix. Maybe a little freezing rain or sleet, maybe some snow as well mixed in. We'll keep that chance for a few of these little scattered flurries as we go throughout the morning hours on Thursday. But you notice already seeing the green return here in the eastern portion of Texoma by 9:30. The further north you are on Thursday, the better chance you'll have for that freezing precipitation. And as we go throughout the day on Thursday, we'll start to clear it back out. Partly cloudy skies return for Friday, and any of this winter precipitation that falls will not accumulate, but as it's falling, it could still cause some slick spots on the roads, especially those bridges and overpasses. So for tonight, 34 degrees, clear and chilly with a south wind at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow high, 58 degrees. That afternoon cold front comes through while the south wind becomes northerly in the afternoon, getting up to about 20, maybe 25 miles per hour at times. Here's a 7-day forecast. We'll leave that chance for a wintry mix here coming up on Thursday with mostly cloudy skies. There were 50s and 60s for the weekend, and that will continue into next week.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you? Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no. Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I respond to.
Communities must step up.
Laws alone cannot stop bullying.
Well, I completely disagree. Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries? You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires. You're watching KFDX 3 News.
9 businesses received preliminary approval this week to grow, manufacture, and sell medical marijuana in Texas. It's one of the first steps to grow the state's medical marijuana program. For the last decade, only 3 companies have been allowed to supply the state's medical program. Lack of access and convenience is what prompted state lawmakers to expand the program earlier this year. But some are questioning who's actually getting these licenses. Dylan McKim explains.
I created the business out of a need that I had in my own community.
Lauren Bridges, a hairstylist in East Texas, will soon move her side business into one of the largest spaces in downtown Longview. A hemp boutique. Her journey started a few years ago when she became a patient in the state's medicinal marijuana program to help treat her PTSD. She didn't like the product options.
It was very narrow. There was a sleep gummy, a basic gummy, a couple of tinctures. There just wasn't a lot of selection.
She was not alone. Family, friends, and some of her hair clients had concerns with the program's cost, lack of access, and limited products. So she started her own hemp boutique to fill that need and called it Alchemy TX.
If the medical program would have been sufficient, I don't think Alchemy TX would have ever existed.
The state is now growing its program, announcing Monday 9 companies that will provide medicinal marijuana access across the state, part of a revamp of the program that started at the Capitol this year. Nico Richardson, the CEO of Texas Original, which is currently supplying medicinal marijuana, said, quote, "With these new licenses, the broader list of qualifying conditions and new treatment options allowed under House Bill 46, patients gain more choices, new formulations, consistent dosing, and better delivery methods so they get the care they need," end quote. Almost all the new companies are from outside of Texas and already operate in other states. One company, Lone Star Bioscience, said it is located in this building. It's across the street from the Texas Capitol, but we could not find their office, and a front desk worker said they had not heard of the company in the building. Bridges questions the credentials of the new companies and says she wanted to see more Texas-based companies involved in the expansion.
It doesn't look like a business that was already operational that is going to move into the medical sector. A hemp business could have easily done that.
In Austin, I'm Dylan McKim.
Moms can be the hardest to buy for around the holidays, but coming up, tech gadgets, they're there to brighten not just her Christmas morning, but her entire year. Stick around.
At Hickory Recovery Network, we are dedicated to being a national leader in the treatment of substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. Our mission is to provide compassionate, structured, and evidence-based care through our expanding network. Now in Texas, Hickory Treatment Center at Longview offers a comprehensive residential treatment program designed to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. If you or a loved one needs help, call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team or visit hickorytreatmentcenters.com today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
There I was, 16, divorced, remarried with a baby, another on the way, and I could barely read or write. Getting my high school diploma was a catalyst I needed. Now I have a bachelor's and master's, and I became a teacher. When I look at all these success stories, I cannot help but think it all started by getting my high school diploma.
When you graduate, they graduate. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Mom isn't always the easiest person to shop for. You want to get her something thoughtful, useful, and something that doesn't feel like a last-minute grab from the drugstore. Well, tonight, Jamie Tucker has rounded up some tech gift ideas for the mom who has everything.
Buying a gift for mom can be tricky, and many moms I know wouldn't think of a tech gadget as something that they need or would even use. But maybe they haven't tried these. Red light therapy masks are all over social media. They use safe, low-level light to smooth skin and reduce redness. NanoLeaf's mask is far more affordable than most. They're usually around $250, but are on sale during the holidays. They're not magic, but many moms say they do make a difference and feel like a spa treatment at home. For moms who feel they're constantly picking up crumbs, a robot vacuum cleaner can be a lifesaver. They're more advanced than the one she's probably been using for years. The new Eufy models clean every floor surface without switching settings, and they mop. Some even refresh carpets with a steam attachment. She can pick which rooms to clean right from the app. Other than tapping a phone, she doesn't have to lift a finger. Even moms without a green thumb can grow herbs with a hydroponic countertop garden. The Aero Garden waters and lights itself and grows mint, basil, parsley, and more. If she needs peace and quiet, an Amazon Kindle is hard to beat. You can even add books to her library later on as gifts for Mother's Day and birthdays. For the mom who keeps reheating her coffee over and over again, a self-warming mug from Ember keeps it hot for over an hour, no matter where she goes. Now, these gadgets are thoughtful and useful and simply make life easier. And isn't that what mom deserves? That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
At Hickory Treatment Center at Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Life's daily battles are not meant to be fought alone.
Cloud, you okay?
Because checking in on a friend can create a safe space. Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Seize the awkward. It's totally worth it.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I respond to.
Communities must step up.
Laws alone cannot stop the bullying.
Well, I completely disagree. Point of inquiry. Do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries? You're probably starting to realize now. This is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Now, sports with Tobin McDuff from the OSTC Sports Desk, your complete orthopedic team.
When you hear someone talking about Holiday and Windthorst, you probably think about very successful programs across the board. The two teams certainly have a strong tradition in football. Well, tonight they met on the basketball court. So we head to the action in Windthorst, picking the play up in the third quarter. Holiday clinging to a 2-point lead. And check it out as Jackson Luke goes coast to coast with some speed, finishing with the left hand, kissing it off the window, extending Holiday's lead to 4. The Trojans respond. Reuben Wilden from beyond the arc, nothing but net. He had 12 points for the Trojans tonight. We go to the fourth quarter. The home team battling. Jackson start with the steal. An easy fast break finish, 2 of his game high 19 points as the Trojans go on an 8-0 run to take a 4-point lead. But here comes Holiday once again. Luke getting them right back in it. Nice handles. Crosses up the defender, scores the floater. He led the Eagles with 18 points. Easton Strike and Jaden Whitley chipped in 10 each, and Holiday gets the win on the road, 48-39. Let's head down to Albany now. The Cubs hosting the Garner Longhorns in the first quarter. Pedro Carrion drives through the contact and one, finished the 3-point play at the line for the Cubs in the second quarter. Luke Lane in the lane, up and in for 2, but the Cubs trailing by double digits in this one. The full court press to help climb back into this one. The full court press forces the turnover. Tucker Cortinez with the bucket, 2 of his team high 21 points, and it is the Albany Cubs coming from behind to get the win, 58-55. Elsewhere tonight, Carson Kleinhans and Landon Fothery combining for 31 points, but Nakona comes up short against Collinsville, 39-35. The Steers in Graham improved to 4-0, beating Colorado City 78-22. 18th ranked Burke Burnett, a 30-point winner over Henrietta, 87-57. Aiden White leading the Bulldogs with 28 points. Memorial knocks off 25th ranked Iowa Park, 52-42. The Mavs were led by Dane Gordon's 16 points. We head out to Midway now. The Falcons hosting Archer City tonight. Picking up the action in the first quarter, it is Grady Rader taking the ball from Archer City, finding Colin Lawdy on the fast break. He lays it in. Lawdy with 13 points. Rader had 19. Maddox Mayo here on the outside muscles his way to the basket for Archer City, making it a 9-8 ball game. Wildcats pass it in for the short bucket. No good here, but Cash Doyle flies in for the second chance bucket. Check it out. There he is. Off the glass it goes. Midway, though, with a 4-point lead. Jackson Tiller now grabbing the board. The long pass to Blue Hand. Drives to the dish and one. Midway with a 7-point lead. They pull away for the victory, 58-36. Ryan McAlmon also reaching double digits with 10 points tonight. Knox City a winner over Paducah, 52-41. Xander Avila with 29 points to lead the Greyhounds. And Christ Academy tops Prairie Valley 47-33. Jalen Cooley with a big night, 29 points and 19 rebounds. Now for some girls action, we start things off with Burke Burnett and Nakona. The Lady Bulldogs up by 1 at the break. In the third quarter, Lady Indians come out red hot. Cy Parker to Aubrey Kleinhans for 3. Lady Indians taking a 4-point lead. Cy Parker here with the jumper from the free throw line. 2 of her team-high 18 points. The Lady Indians open the second half on a 19-2 run. Lady Bulldogs respond. Kiani Mountain with the 3. Burke still down by 13. Nay Beeman then drives. She led all scorers with 22 points. The Lady Bulldogs close the third on an 11-4 run to pull within 9. But Nakona holds on for the win on the road, 62-54. The 12th ranked Lady Indians with the victory. Baylor Smith poured in 13 for Nakona as well. Iowa Park edging Petrolia 42-41. Riley Ingersoll leading the Lady Hawks with 13 tonight. Brescia Wagner with 13, but Vernon falls to Guthrie 59-20. Sammy Kirkland leading Holiday with 13 points as the Lady Eagles top Windthorst 40-22. We head out to Electra now. Lady Tigers hosting the Lady Mats from Motley County. In the first quarter, Kamora Siegler goes down hard, fighting for a loose ball, keeps it alive. The play continues. Presley Malone and one. Tigers with the 3-point play out to the early lead. Riley Faggard, cross-court pass to Brentley Bird. Lady Tigers increasing their lead to 4. Tie game now on the fast break. Presley Malone drives and scores to give the Lady Tigers the lead. Electra pulls away for the victory, 59-39. Kamora Siegler with double-double, 18 points and 17 rebounds. We head over to Wichita Christian now. Lady Stars hosting Paint Creek tonight. In the first quarter, Tenny Lawal takes this one herself, drives to the hoop for the layup. Wichita Christian taking an 8-point lead in this ball game as it drops through. Now, how about Maisie Delizio with the assist to Ellie Patterson, who pops it up and in, getting the lead to double digits. Stars by 10. Delizio with the inbound. Patterson again for the short jumper. She had 11 points, and Wichita Christian goes on to get the win, 51-36. The 10th-ranked Lady Stars also receiving 13 points from Lydia Moore. Seymour improving to 7-3 on the season with a 51-36 victory over Cityview. Allie McGuire with 17 points. Knox City defeats Paducah 45-13. Abby Abila with 10. Forestburg topping, inverting Chillicothe 73-37. Brenna Briles 26 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists, and 9 steals. Finally, real quickly, at Memorial High School tonight, the Mavs hosting the Lady Cats of Henrietta High School. Here in the first quarter, Charlie McCaslin from downtown opens the scoring with a 3. She had a nice night with a game-high 18 points. Henrietta topping Memorial 42-23. That will do it for tonight's Look at Sports. We'll see you back here after the break.
At Hickory Treatment Center in Longview, we provide compassionate, evidence-based care for substance use and co-occurring mental health disorders. We offer residential treatment to help individuals build a foundation for lasting recovery. Need help? Call Hickory's 24/7 admissions team today.
It's the ultimate hockey experience. The Allen Americans are back. Join us at the Credit Union of Texas Event Center for heart-pounding action, unforgettable moments, and a community that bleeds red, white, and blue. Bring your family and friends and enjoy amazing food, fun activities, and the thrill of live hockey. Feel the rush as the Allen Americans battle it out on the ice. Get tickets today at AllenAmericans.com and join the adventure. Allen Americans Hockey, where every game is a win.
Ooh, pretty colors.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Today.
Baird pleaded guilty to the pending charge, with presiding judge Trish Byers suspending a 7-year prison sentence and placing Baird on community supervision.